that the entire city of Samaria was bewitched by one man. In 2015, Nigeria was bewitched. 3 months to the election, everybody stood up and said, say Baba. You don't know the things that were happening in the realm of the spirit.
This video will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. The video you're about to watch now is something that is shocking and mind-blowing and totally not what you expected. I want you to pay serious attention to all that this person has said. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Share with your friends and loved ones. Share on all social media platforms. God bless you as you do so.
That the entire city of Samaria was bewitched by one man. In 2015, Nigeria was bewitched. 3 months to the election, everybody stood up and said, say Baba. You don't know the things that were happening in the realm of the spirit. I can tell you this for free. I heard this from one of the watchmen, apostolic prophetic father in this country. For years, he has borne a burden for the nation. He's one prophet in this country that has been like Daniel. He's been relevant to government through years. And he said, before the shift happened that dragged us into the situation that we have in 2015, emissaries were sent to Futanjalo. You know where Futanjalo is? Guinea Conakry. That's where the source of River Niger is. This River Niger, from whence we got our name Nigeria, is in Futanjalo. And so emissaries were sent there to carry out a tax. In the 1960s, the son of the bondwoman, before we became a nation, they too understand prophetic action. They went to the source of Nigeria, where the River Niger, from whence we got our name, came from. They went to Futanjalo. There is a huge sorcerer in that place that empower kings over nations. And then the early fathers of the sons of the bondwoman, they went there to be consecrated. They went there to speak to the waters, to the source. When Elijah was brought to Jericho, and they said the situation of this land is good, but the water is bad, he said, take me to the source. It means if you are going to heal a nation, you must find the source of our water, the source of our livelihood. Elisha said, take me to the source. And he went and poured a cruse of salt, and he said, today is this water healed. Something, a turnaround happened to the land of Jericho. And so these men understood that before our independence, they sent their emissaries to Futanjalo. And they went and carried out of sorcery and spoke to the waters. So the water that flowed into our land came from that place. That's the spring.
The 12 apostles of Jesus, they were all Galileans. These are very difficult things to teach in 2026 because we're a modern society that believes in democracy, but our God is a monarch. So I've been watching the way they allocate position in that church. You don't see the trend. Federal character. The president and the vice president, both of them cannot come from the south. And you saw that at the national level, even Nigeria politically, you saw that Christians were willing to sacrifice their religious intuition and allegiance so long as it did not violate the geographical distinction. So how is it now that as a person, it's not just that they are marginalizing me as a Christian, how am I now the one supporting the marginalization? To say it does not matter whether the person is a Christian or is not a Christian. The important thing is that they are not from the same region. How is that the important thing? Do you see it? Yes. What makes you think that? What makes you think that my regional identity is more important to me than my religious identity? What makes you think so? If there is a crisis in Jos, like the thing that happened in, is it Owo, some years ago in Ondo, where something happened in church, Are you there? It does not matter where the president or the vice president is from. For instance, if the person is a Christian, he can walk into that church on another Sunday and have a real church service with the brethren in that church, all right, as part of government reaching out to people that are in distress, and have a real worship service with them. If your president and your vice president are both Muslims, it doesn't matter where they come from. None of them can have that fellowship with us. So who are you to tell me what is more important? And you see the sleight of hand. You say, I'm losing some of you now because this is a little bit too complicated for you. But that I can even say it here is a beautiful thing. Because you can't say it everywhere. Are you with me? Yes, are you with me? Yes, but my point is that God is not a democrat. He's a monarch. He's a monarch. So he went to 2 families and picked 4. 4 slots gone out of 12. As if that's not bad enough. Peter, Andrew, James, John, they were in the same cooperative society. All of them were from Bethsaida.
And all that these people have had to say, you have heard everything that they've been saying. We have heard so many things initially before. In the past, we've heard so many prophecies. This is not the first time we're hearing something like this. You and I know very well that this situation in Nigeria is beyond physical. It is very much spiritual. When we see things happening and just happening, we know that life is very spiritual, right? Before you see something displaying itself in the physical realm, it has already happened in the spiritual. Although some people might not agree to that, we know that it is very, very true. It is very, very true. Whether we like it or not, we need to do the right things. We need to try our best to try to get things done. Get things done. You have heard all that this man said. You heard the prophets. You heard the prophecies. And I am sure that you're also reflecting on them. And you can see everything that they've said. Do you know that in the past, when Nigeria decided to vote some of their leaders, some people vote because of their tribal origin, some vote because of where they are from, some vote for different reasons. You just see people voting for so many reasons that are unusual, not necessarily because those people they say are competent. And that's why I always say on this channel, when you're voting for anyone, don't vote simply because this person is from so place. Vote for the person's competence. Is this person capable enough to do what you have voted them for? Yes, if they are, fine. If not, then we need to check. Even if the person is your family member or somebody that you know, if you know they are not competent, then it is just in your right place to do what is needful. And if we keep saying, let us pray for Nigeria, then we must pray for Nigeria. Because if life is spiritual, then the spiritual part is also very important. It simply means that when things are being called upon, we have to do them. We have to display the spiritual things that we need to display, right? We need to ensure that these things we get them done. They are solved, right? We cannot afford to just leave things the way they are like that. And just, they have to be, solutions have to be provided, things have to be done. Things have to be done. You they try their best to do the things that if they need to go for church or go to that's why they don't rest. They don't rest. They try to do all the things that all the spiritual whatever and sacrifices and all the things that they keep involving themselves in. So we children of God, so we cannot afford to relax or relent. We must try our best to make sure that Nigeria can be great again. You've heard all that is said. You've listened to everything. Don't forget to like, to share, subscribe, share with your friends and loved ones. Share on all social media platforms. God bless you as you do so. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. God bless you as you do so. I'll see you in the next video.